Last year, I made the cake from Sonic Generations to celebrate Sonic's birthday. And with the release of Sonic Generations plus the Shadow portion, I decided why not remake the cake this year as well. So these are all the ingredients I'll be using. I'm gonna use a box pre-made cake batter because it's easier. But this time I'm gonna be making my own frosting. That way I have enough for the entire cake, whereas last year I didn't have enough. Now to start, of course, I need to get a bowl, and in that bowl, we just do the standard thing that the box says to do. You know, the eggs, oil, milk, all that. Preheat the oven so that way the cake will cook faster. And I also oiled the pan. I did not oil it enough, so it did stick a bit. For the frosting, I used butter, powdered sugar, milk, and some vanilla extract to give it the flavor, of course, and some food colorings to give the different coloring for the cake. The recipe I used called for half a cup of butter and then 2 cups of powdered sugar. So I ended up using a whole cup of butter and then 4 cups of powdered sugar, and of course a little bit of milk. I didn't really measure it, but it came out well, so it all's right. Once the cake was baked, I took it out and put it on a small little tray I had so that I can set it to cool down faster. That way the frosting wouldn't melt when I placed it on top, and it would be easier to work with. The cake is very square-like, cube-like, I don't know. So I did cut off the top so it would have that cube, and it did break a bit, but I hope the frosting would stick it in good enough. And here's just me placing the frosting all over it. To make it look like the Sonic Generations cake, I added food coloring to some of the frosting I made, so I could, I guess, shape it, decorate it onto the cake to make it look like the Sonic Generations cake, of course. Now, to add Sonic's logo, what I just did is cut out the logo itself and then just traced it with some blue icing, and of course the eyes as well, and just filled in the rest, hoping that it would look decent enough. Finally, I added these kinda star-shaped little bits from the top of the cake. That way it finishes the look of the Sonic Generations cake. And there's the Sonic Generations cake, made again. I do think this one looked slightly better than the one I made last year, but it's alright. It's just a celebration for Sonic's 33rd birthday. And yeah, I did end up eating it. It did taste good. And yeah, I guess that's it. There's the Sonic Generations cake. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what I make next year. With that, now all we gotta do is just wait for Sonic X Shadow Generations and the movie to come out. Happy birthday, Sonic.